Part 5. Rise of Success. The village market bustled with noise, vendors shouting prices, children darting between stalls, the scent of roasted chestnuts mingling with the tang of fresh herbs. Li Wei stood at his stall, baskets of millet and beans neatly arranged, their golden sheen catching the sunlight. Han Rong stood beside him, arms crossed, his presence commanding. Customers gathered quickly. The grain was fuller, richer, healthier than any they had seen. Coins clinked into Li Wei's pouch, the weight growing heavier with each sale. Whispers spread through the crowd. The second son's harvest is unmatched. The heir's household prospers. By the time the sun dipped low, their baskets were empty, their pouch heavy with silver. Li Wei felt a thrill of triumph. This was no accident, no stroke of luck. It was the fruit of knowledge, labor, and love. Back at their home, Li Wei poured the coins onto the table. Han Rong's eyes gleamed. "We are no longer merely surviving," he said. "We are thriving." Li Wei nodded, heart swelling. And this is only the beginning. Their innovations spread. Li Wei crafted new tools, sharper plows, sturdier hoes, simple water wheels to lift irrigation. Han Rong tested each one, his strength ensuring their durability. Together, they refined their methods, each improvement bringing greater yields. Soon, their fields stretched wide, green and gold under the sun. Their granaries filled, their household expanded. They hired workers, offering fair wages and respect. Villagers who once scoffed now sought employment, eager to learn their methods. Li Wei taught patiently, explaining crop rotation, composting, irrigation. Han Rong enforced discipline, his confidence ensuring order. Their household became a model of prosperity, admired and envied alike. With wealth came new opportunities. They purchased land beyond the village, expanding their fields. They built a larger home, sturdy and spacious, with rooms for storage, guests, and future children. Silk curtains fluttered in the breeze, tea steamed in porcelain cups. Han Rong walked through the new house, pride radiating from him. "We have built this with our own hands," he said. "No one can take it from us." Li Wei smiled, his heart full. "It is ours, and it will grow." Yet envy brewed stronger. Li Wei's family watched with tight jaws, their resentment deepening. His elder brother sneered, spreading rumors of witchcraft and trickery. His parents muttered of betrayal, of a son who had abandoned them, yet prospered beyond measure. One evening, his brother confronted him in the marketplace. "You think yourself better than us," he spat. "But you are nothing without family." Li Wei's gaze was steady. "Family does not enslave its own. I owe you nothing." Han Rong stepped forward, voice sharp. "He owes you less than nothing. Leave." The confrontation ended with silence, the brother retreating in fury. Despite the tension, Li Wei and Han Rong's reputation spread beyond the village. Merchants from neighboring towns came to buy their grain, marveling at its quality. Officials took note, impressed by their prosperity. Invitations arrived, to markets, to gatherings, to councils. Li Wei attended cautiously, his modern knowledge guiding his words. He spoke of innovation, of fairness, of resilience. Han Rong stood beside him, his presence a shield, his confidence a beacon. Together, they commanded respect. At home, their love deepened. They shared quiet evenings by the fire, laughter mingling with the crackle of flames. Han Rong teased Li Wei about his endless ideas, calling him the scholar farmer. Li Wei countered with playful jabs at Han Rong's stubborn pride. Their intimacy was woven into every glance, every touch, every shared task. One night, as they lay beneath silk blankets, Han Rong whispered, "We have built something greater than wealth. We have built the life." Li Wei pressed a kiss to his forehead. A life worth living. Their household became a beacon. Workers thrived under their fair wages, villagers admired their generosity, merchants sought their grain. Children laughed in their courtyard, elders nodded in respect. Yet envy lingered, sharp and bitter. Li Wei's family watched from the shadows, their resentment festering. But Li Wei no longer cared. He had given them years of labor, and they had given him nothing. Now he had built something of his own, something unbreakable. And so, the rise of success continued. The second son and the Gur, once dismissed and whispered about, now stood as proof that strength and wisdom could reshape destiny. Their household flourished, their love endured, their prosperity grew. The world had begun to take notice. Part 6. Trials and Triumphs. The summer sun blazed mercilessly, its heat pressing down on the village like a heavy hand. Li Wei wiped sweat from his brow as he surveyed the fields. The crops stood tall, green and golden, promising another bountiful harvest. Yet beneath the promise lurked unease. Rumors had begun to spread, whispers of bandits roaming the countryside, preying on prosperous households. Han Rong returned from the market one evening, his expression grim. "They say a bandit gang has been sighted near the northern hills," he reported. "They target those who have wealth. And we." His gaze swept over their granaries, their expanded home, their thriving fields. "We have much to lose." Li Wei's stomach tightened. He had built this life with sweat and knowledge, but he knew prosperity drew envy not only from family, but from predators. "We must prepare," he said firmly. They fortified their home, building stronger doors, reinforcing walls, and setting traps along the perimeter. Han Rong trained their workers in defense, his commanding presence instilling courage. Li Wei devised strategies, recalling lessons from history books and documentaries, how to deter raids, how to protect supplies, how to rally people. The bandits came at night, shadows slipping through the fields. But they found not a helpless household, but a fortress. Han Rong led the defense, his strength unmatched, his voice ringing like steel. Li Wei directed from within, ensuring supplies were secured, workers coordinated. The clash was fierce, but the bandits retreated, bloodied and humiliated. The village awoke to the news. The second son and the Gur had repelled a bandit raid. Respect replaced whispers, admiration silenced scorn. Their household stood stronger than ever. Yet trials did not end there. A corrupt official arrived weeks later, his entourage sweeping into the village with arrogance. He demanded taxes far beyond reason, his eyes gleaming at the sight of their prosperity. "You have done well," he sneered. "Surely you can afford more." Li Wei's jaw tightened. He had lived a life of submission once, but not now. "We will pay what is fair," he said calmly. "No more." The official's face darkened. "Defiance will cost you dearly." Han Rong stepped forward, his presence unyielding. "We bow to no thief, whether he wears rags or robes." The confrontation was tense, but Li Wei used his knowledge to outmaneuver the official. He presented records, calculations, evidence of fair payment. The villagers, emboldened by his courage, rallied behind him. Faced with united resistance, the official retreated, his threats hollow. Then came nature's trial. Heavy rains swept through the region, rivers swelling, fields flooding. Many households lost their crops, their granaries ruined. Panic spread, despair thickened. Yet Li Wei's foresight saved them. His irrigation channels diverted water, his compost-rich soil held firm, his granaries stood dry and secure. Their harvest endured while others drowned. Villagers came in desperation, seeking aid. Li Wei and Han Rong shared grain, offered shelter, taught methods of resilience. Their generosity won loyalty, their wisdom earned reverence. The household became not just prosperous, but a pillar of the community. Through each trial, their bond deepened. Han Rong's strength shielded them, Li Wei's knowledge guided them. Together, they faced bandits, officials, storms, and triumphed. Their love was tested, but never broken. Each challenge became a testament to their unity, each victory a celebration of their partnership. One evening, as the rain subsided and the fields glistened under the moon, Han Rong pulled Li Wei close. "We have faced enemies, corruption, and storms," he murmured. "Yet here we stand, stronger than ever." Li Wei pressed his forehead against Han Rong's. "Because we stand together." Han Rong's smile was fierce. "And together, we are unbreakable." Their household flourished anew, their reputation spreading beyond the village. Merchants, officials, and travelers spoke of the second son and the girl who defied fate, who built prosperity from neglect, who triumphed against all odds. Their names became symbols of resilience, their love a legend whispered in admiration. The trials had tested them, the triumphs had defined them, and their journey was far from over.